What's good, YouTube? It's your boy CJ the Gamer. Back again with another Madden 23 franchise series live stream, man. So, y'all boys saw by the title. Today we got week 2. So, I'm sorry I'm talking so low. My brother's asleep. So I'm gonna wake him up. Hope y'all boys can hear me. We got week 2, man. Let's recap week 1. So, the Patriots won. I got this game right, 34-24. It's the Saints. Okay. Man. Hurts. Okay. 118. Oh, Marzel was out. The first game, he not playing. He had an amazing preseason. He was not supposed to be playing in the preseason. But good day. Luchu, Christian Olave. Ezekiel, I know he's gonna be up there, man. Ezekiel the rookie, 13 total tackles, 12 solo on this list. That's good. Not a blown out of side. Interceptions, Patriots get up. Atlanta, Houston, Atlanta went 38-35. Smoke. Baltimore beat Pittsburgh 2014. Antoine Hill. The hell? This kid Dobbins had an amazing day. 3 touchdowns. Had him in fantasy. He was on cloud 9. What's the name now? They drafted Ed Rusher. Who he had? He only had 2 tackles. 1 tackle for loss, okay. Detroit, you already saw that game. Chiefs, you already saw that game. Minnesota destroys the Eagles. Cedric Bailey 4 touchdown passes. Two sacks. He's got cornerback. He's a Jamari Howard. 2 tackles. Also,
It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got the Vikings touchdown throws. It's the Vikings and the Saints next on Madden Football.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1. With 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage.
Akers hit. He coughs it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. He'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 70 yards.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Akers fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard. That's all. Down to the 2. They'll look to run with Akers. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Cam Akers, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 56 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mills on first down. The pass caught by Olave. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From just shy of midfield, Mills, his throw incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mills. Got an open man, it's Olave. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now.
Nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Working out of the gun, Mills. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he hits the upright, but it carries in anyway. But plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carry that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there that he's able to bank this one in.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. For the Vikings, they're 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
They'll run on first down with Akers. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and
8. They'll look to throw again.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Akers again. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Here's Akers. They try and run. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Does it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Right back to him on 1st down. And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action now. Mills. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Mills. Olave over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
1st down, Mills. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. Mills again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Here's Mills. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. On third down, here's Mills. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. A give up the middle to Akers. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You've probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of depletion when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Mills. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, Mills. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
He finds his man, complete. It's Price. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead him to 4th down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Olave holds it in. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ballgame. And he's got a 1st down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. A 1st down throw for Mills. Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. And that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So they'll get 8 on that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. He'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. A second shoot. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the counter, this is Akers. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Mills. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing.
Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got. Watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Mills on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Mills pass complete to number 8, It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mills. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mills. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Mills back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Wide open receiver, complete. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from you.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And now out comes Minnesota. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Going right back to Akers. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Chiefs and the Chargers, and it's coming up next.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Takes it at the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 24, Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And a loose football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
This is taken at about the 14. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Going right back to Fant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Chiefs are 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board 1st here this afternoon. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now 1st quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
Herbert throwing again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. This is the tight end Fant. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Mahomes. He's got his big tight end Fant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to extend their lead. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing again on 2nd down, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Herbert on 3rd down now. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection, and looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
All start. Offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Herbert. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. He made his 1st attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Herbert on 1st down now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Flushed out right. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. Going for the deep ball. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are back within a couple of the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Mahomes now on first down. Completes it to Hardman. Second down at 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but I got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but use his size. I mean, tight ends going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. On first down, Justin Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play action. It's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert now. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. 0 turnovers in this game so far. The trend continues, but barely. Offense lucky that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're very fortunate because when a game's going along like this one and neither side has turned the ball over, sometimes that first one can really flip things to their advantage in this type of a game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. From the 38, Mahomes. And that'll be caught by Tony. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is the tight end, Fant. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Hands it off out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Mahomes now to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 37. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Whenever we're talking about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, Those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Mahomes firing complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On first down, Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On third down, they're going to run for it here.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Ball start. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
47 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Holding. Offense.
That's on the tackle, Braden Smith.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers.
On the move past the 40.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert following the turnover. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the try here for the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Skirts by him at the 35. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 74 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries. With that run,
Double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes flush to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Brady, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 17-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious
They've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Herbert on first down now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On second down, they'll run it here. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Herbert now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Chiefs first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 30 inches.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now here's Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one's CD going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Scoring game, Charles, and we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Chiefs, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.